belly up on the other one. I want to use the BRDM and MTLB at range for standoff engagement. If Rose and Show can keep
Alrighty guys, welcome to our campaign, Scarlet Storm Part 3. Normally we don't have events on these Sundays, but however, this is a campaign. It's Memorial Day weekend, or no, Labor Day, sorry. So we are, doing something a little bit extra special. We'll have a Part 5 tomorrow. But anyways, we'll be jumping right into it pretty soon here. All the puppies are joining in. Today, commentating for you this morning, for me, is XF, with the co-commentator being bcarr. What's going on, bcarr?
Yeah, not a lot. Having a pretty good Sunday and about ready to see some more insane action here on Yanya.
Yeah, I can't wait for this operation. There's a possibility of actually 3 rounds today, just depending on how much time we eat up, how fast these ops really go, or each round, I should say. Talking about the op, actually, let's go ahead and have bcarr go over our first mission for this round.
All right, we've got Hawk's Nest is mission 4 Alpha today. Will be taking place on Yanya. As you can see, U.S. have inserted themselves on some of the rocks here, and they have an objective. That objective is LZ New York. We're actually looking at the PT Hawk range here. There's sort of a ruin behind these rocks, and LZ New York is just behind this set of ruins. There's a few anti-air gun emplacements they're going to have to clear to allow them to enable to secure LZ New York. And they have some tools to do it, but the militia also have plenty of firepower to defend the position with.
Yeah, militia.
Go ahead.
Sorry, yeah. Militia, they get 2 ZSU guns per fob. So they're in these little octagons right here. And I mean, they're ready to rock and roll. It's me just destroying the Americans they peer over.
This is a pretty straightforward operation. The idea is basically clear this area, then clear the LZ and hold out for reinforcements. And militia, I believe militia don't have for this mission, they don't have any sort of reinforcements en route.
No, neither side has any reinforcements. So what's spawned in is what's going to be used.
Definitely a change of pace from yesterday with all the reinforcement waves.
Yeah, that was insane yesterday. The amount of, I think it was like second round, we ended up with 180 downs on the US side. Something crazy like that. But today, we'll go over the US assets. US, they get, of course, 2 FTLs, 1 AR, 1 times GL, 1 times Breacher, and 1 medic per squad. And then for the entire platoon, they get 1 marksman, which you normally don't see, 6 lats, 2 MGs, and 6 more breachers that they can spread out through their squads. For the vehicles, they get the 3 strikers that will already be landed on the I guess you can say the rock front, the coves. And they cannot move these strikers. However, they can use the gun if the militia want to walk into the strikers, and the U.S. can rearm off of them as well.
There's 2 tree lines like right there that come right.
They also get the fob that they're going to put down at landing zone New York, assuming they take that over. On the militia side, they get 1 AR, 1 times lat, 1 times medic, and then for their entire platoon, 2 scouts, with their vehicles being 1 BDRM, 1 MTLB with the NSVT, and 1 Logi with half and half ammo and build, so they can build up their fobs that have the ZSU guns, sandbags, and all that kind of stuff.
Of course, that means that they're not going to have a terrible amount of ammunition for the ZSUs. So as far as their endurance for this operation, it'll be pretty limited.
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty much, they got to deal with what infantry they have in front of them as soon as possible. So I think militia might almost be forced to attack the Americans on the rocks instead of waiting for them to come to them. Just kind of letting the guns do the work.
I'm also thinking, like, are these...
Yeah, the militia aren't aware of this assault until the very last second. So the other part of the operation is they'll have 2 squads start off-grid just next door in Juliet 8. The main part of the ruins where the guns are spread out between India 8 and Juliet 9, sort of northwest to southeast down the coast. And the militia won't actually spawn on the objective. They'll sort of both be rushing in. However, they won't have their entire force nearby. The QRF will get here, and there'll be a reinforcement wave, which the rest of the militia platoon will arrive from Maine, along with their vehicles. So I guess you could say that's the real QRF, and the folks in the forest here just happen to be nearby when, they get the call that the Americans have landed on the rocks over here. This wasn't a terribly suspected vector for U.S. invasion here, so I imagine that's why it's so lightly defended. It gives the U.S. plenty of opportunities to wipe out 2 squads early and have to fight minimal overall numbers during the whole round. But it also gives militia a way to reinforce specific parts of their defense as they choose.
Yeah, I'm not sure how well an attack on the cliff fronts of a beach would really work in real life. But I guess at low tide, when all the smoother rocks that are a little more flat come out, you could probably get something going. But as soon as that high tide would roll in, you get swept out to the sea.
This definitely got to be a low tide, just to maximize your surface area that you can, you know, put your vehicles on or transport or however you wanted to get on there, just for the most stable situation to actually get on these rocks.
For our commands and SL on the US, they will be sticking on this side as well. So we will not see the US current SLs and players switch over to the militia side. They will always stay on the US side, and that is being Jack as their command, with Phoenix and Jenkins as his SLs, as well with Top Bun and Dorf. On the militia side, we have Storm as the command, with his SLs being Darman, HM, Sughart, and Rose Dragon 7. Pretty good spread.
Silas looks like he's picked up the marksman kit for US here. Silas, pretty good player, and definitely gonna put some shots on target with that kit. I believe this is one of our modded kits, right? So what's the loadout for that guy?
He's just a standard marksman, actually. We are working on a ghillie suit for the marksman, except having some import issues, but soon enough we'll have a little bit of special stuff for the marksman.
So it's just rocking the M110 SAS with the pistol and a frag. Okay.
Yeah, we might have adjusted some of the values for ammo. Yeah.
I don't know. I have the icons on my spectator HUD so I can see what the class that person is real fast, and I don't think I've ever seen it like that. So I got a little confused. It's not a common sight in operations.
Yeah, no, we never see a marksman. I think I've seen a marksman one other time, and that's it.
We still got a little time to burn before live. Let's take a look at militias in encampments here. Looks like a couple of sandbag cities. Not completely unexpected with the amount of resources they have to play with. Almost looks like they've built these sandbag walls 3 high. I guess they have.
I mean, they got a lot of build, and I mean, it's only 50, so they got a lot of options to do stuff. Or the ZC units are going to absorb some of those tickets. They might have actually placed them down with always valid on, though. That's could have been something.
I think they actually, you know what? You're probably right. I think they actually get to, I don't know if they get to build for free per se, but I know they do get a period of building. And this is actually kind of cool. The sandbag walls over here on the far south, they have a step behind them. So they're built 3 high, and they have a sandbag wall behind the wall that acts as a step, so players can shoot through the portholes created by the sandbag wall. Gives them plenty of ports to fire from, even some in between the sandbags, just coincidentally, just like the sandbags not overlapping each other on the sides. I guess that could be a benefit and a negative at the same time.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing though is once like a heavy gun starts shooting at them, they could hit the deck, and those double sandbags will stop all the rounds.
Yeah, it's just right now. I have 10 minutes to build as much.
Okay. Oh, that's cool.
No one could say that it was
lots of barbed wire walls going up here on the south.
all of this majestic barbed wire.
Yeah, some up here on the north. They know that they gotta eventually come off these hills, and they're trying to cover up everywhere that has foliage.
Hey, thanks.
Limiting the direction of attack is one of those things you gotta do when you have a static defense like this.
Yeah, without a doubt. I would even send guys outside the castle right off of the start and just have them come into the forest just up to the north a little bit. Just so you can watch these rocks from there.
I think we're going to get a US briefing here shortly.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's coming very soon.
I think Squad Ops 1.0 had it.
Yeah, I think they're getting ready to line up over here for a
Bullish.
briefing on US.
Lock it down, dude.
Yeah, that swarm of characters all running together.
Get off
Pretty
the
sure
hill,
that is
guys.
the breach.
Down the hill with the rest of the platoon.
You must
You're
have
down.
hurting
Chill
everybody.
out, guys.
The rest-
Chill out.
Who is
chill
this
out,
guy
chill
with
out.
a backpack?
Everyone, calm
Chill,
down.
boys.
We're missing a couple stragglers.
It's okay, start the war.
Boy, I'm gonna run over here.
Oh, I just hurt myself. Awesome.
There you go.
Bandage yourself, I got you. Okay.
Polish. Hold comms. Everyone hold comms. Wait for command to give his brief.
Alright, let's try this again without hurting myself.
I'm waiting for you, Merrick. Oh no, he's got a weapon! Drop a gun! Drop a gun!
Oops.
Nani?
It's not my first time, I promise.
Alright, welcome everybody to to campaign Scarlet Storm. This is the 4th. Our platoon has just safely landed on these beautiful rocks, and we are tasked with eliminating some enemy AA guns so that we can continue our NATO push throughout this region. Our strikers have landed and are beached on the rocks, and we will no longer be able to effectively move them. They're stuck there until further notice. And we know for a fact there are 2 enemy AA guns somewhere within the region of the enemy fob marks. Our objective is to either remove the radio equipment or remove the AA guns themselves. Once we have done that, we will then defend the area. The way I have devised our strategy is we're going to be having Squad 1, which is North. He's going to be taking his squad. They're going to be flanking around the south side of the rocks, and they're going to go into the tree line, into a pincer movement. We're going to then have Phoenix's squad, which is Squad 4. They're going to be taking a northern flank around the rocks into the tree lines. So we're going to have a northern squad, a southern squad, and then we're going to have Top Bun and Jenkins, they're going to be spreading their squads out on the rocks in the middle to fill the gaps and create a semicircle. So we're going to have Top Bun in the north, and we're going to have Jenkins in the south. Basically creating a semicircle, and then we're going to, once we've found out exactly where the enemies have held up, where their strong points are, we're going to try and pinch them from the north and south. Once we find an opening, we're then going to try our best to exploit that opening by either maneuvering a squad to the north or the south or pushing over the rocks themselves. The 2 squads on the rocks, do your best not to die. You're there to just annoy the enemy, let them know that we have a bunch of people on the rocks. They think there's more of them here. Peek the rock, turn fire, throw smoke, throw nade. Fight just make yourself seem bigger than just the 2 squads. Make sure you guys are very spread out as well. I don't want people to just get picked off engaging people in the rocks. The rocks are a horrible place to fight. We want to fight them in the ruins, fight them in the trees where we have our advantage. U.S. Command also has special intel for tonight. If we manage to secure the LZ zone, I may place the fob in J985. Once that radio is down, US can have 1x reinforcement squad respawn there. And the way this reinforcement squad works is the first squad lead who dies, he's going to leave his squad, he's going to create a new squad called reinforcements. Once 8 people who are dead join that reinforcement squad and they're given the all clear from the event admin, they will be respawning. So that means that you cannot go into admin cam once you have died until there is no more reinforcements. Does everyone understand that?
Yep.
Hey, Roger.
If you go into admin cam, you will not be allowed to rejoin the special squad, and the special squad is pretty cool. So, I recommend not going into admin cam if you want to play. Does anyone have any questions, comments, or concerns about the plan?
I have a question.
Yes.
Are they allowed to use the anti-aircraft guns on us?
Yes.
Oh dear lord.
Oh god.
Oh dear. Oh. Got a bad feeling about this.
Anyone else have any questions?
Alrighty, so that was the U.S. brief. Pretty standard, I would say. Trying to do a good old pincer, see what side is weaker, and then do a hard push onto it. I agree with that. I would like to see some type of squad be fire support up on the hill, though. There is some nice little pockets they could get into and get a firing line down on top of these guys, especially if they have fire support.
I'm sorry. I think that's what they're intending for the 2 squads that are gonna go. Just get up on the line because they're gonna have 1 squad north, 1 squad south, and 2 squads are gonna line up.
Right.
I wonder how fast they'll get into position, though.
I think they're gonna have to hold back quite a bit, but if they got to be able to watch the ridge line as well, because I can see militia rushing that front line as well.
I don't think they're gonna go. I don't think they're gonna move out of the ruins. I think they might have a detachment north, but that's it. The matter of fact, they even have an IED planted up here. Looks like on the north base.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
The rocks.
Someone's far out there. Go King.
Merrick over on YouTube chat saying, is there a way I can join? So if you haven't signed up on the website yet, make sure you do that, squadops.gg. You have to take SOT Basic, except for this Wednesday, This Wednesday, you don't have to any SOT Basic. If you already have done all that type of stuff, you signed up on the website, you take a SOT Basic, there's possibility of a 3rd round, like I said earlier. And I'm pretty sure there'll be open spots there, so you could join in pre-op, and I'm sure they'll drag you down for either the 2nd round or 3rd round.
Oh, I thought I saw it. It must be in these trees, in these bushes right here.
Yeah, it looks like it's right on the rock line. Could be a little bit inside the rock as well.
But it's somewhere in these, somewhere here in the grass.
Yes, sir. We are ready for live. You can delete marks.
Somewhere around here.
This is pretty shit.
I'll find this thing. Don't worry.
Live in just about 50 seconds here.
He's a real optic. I thought it was one of those like fake marksmen.
Oh, I thought
this is a real optic.
Those old computers and dumb.
Yeah, this is a real optic.
Yeah,
it's real.
All right,
you guys were live.
Listen up, boys.
By the way.
If someone's a frag at Silas, somebody better be jumping on that frag. I swear to God.
Yeah.
I don't think that works though.
It does.
Oh, here's the ID. Right in the middle of some flowers.
Oh, nice. You can pick some roses and then you get blown up.
Alright, we're live 20 seconds. Let's have a good one, guys.
The IED loves me. The IED does not love me.
Sure we have a nice
Play that game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is the scout dead? The scout isn't dead. Is the scout dead? I mean, I guess.
Is the scout dead or am I dead? I think that's more.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. We're alive here.
Yeah, there we go.
Militia running into position. U.S. getting ready to set up their pincer attack.
Yeah, and they're charging right up the hill here. SL was the first one to peek, Jakins. And militia doesn't have their full platoon here yet. They actually are driving in from Maine with the BRM and MTLB. So they can push these guys very, very fast and get, you know, the ball rolling. But only to do that very, very fast.
I'm not your Silas bodies.
U.S. are skylining already. The ones on the ones online are already set.
It'd be funny if he instantly died as he said that.
I am a prophet. Every time I'm like, oh, it'd be an awful shame if a machine gun hit us right
Shot
now.
by an AK. There we go.
Shots fired.
Shooting at Jenkins here, actually. There we go. Now, here comes the fire.
What are we in contact with? Guys, contact taking some pot shots. Just talk possible. Don't engage.
I don't know.
Try not to get picked.
You guys are they're waiting. The U.S. are waiting until the southern and northern squads get in position, but it's gonna take a while.
I mean, there's merit to that, but
I mean, there's so little guys in those compounds right now.
We need to give time 1 and 4.
I think they're overvaluing the pincer attack here just with the numbers. But I guess
Yeah.
it also, I mean, they get a better formation. They can deal with the reinforcements. Speaking of reinforcements, just about 600 meters up the road.
Said it's you choose through an American who peaks. Afro. And it was their medic. They only got one medic per squad as well. I think there's 3 deaths on the US side already.
I have everything to the left of that smoke, basically.
Yeah, give me
3 downs, I should say, from the militia. So that means there has been actual 3 kills.
Alright, if you see anything.
The U.S. forces in the south here, they're going to be disappointed when they see this wire wall. They're going to have to run through virtually no cover. Although the wire wall is also between them and the militia's position here in the south. BRDM is made it to the back line of the militia force.
Yeah, it's here. It's ready to go. And oh wow, there's already a lat who's dead as well. And another medic who goes down. Are they just not paying attention to where they're getting shot from?
Don't put your head. Four up here in the north expediting, or should we be slowing down to make time for you guys?
Hey,
Slow down. Take it really slow.
Yeah.
Keep a nice spacing.
Jack's telling everyone to go real slow on the flanks, but I mean, so far the US hasn't killed a single person yet. And there's already 6 people the militia has killed.
We taking a few casualties. I don't know from what. Just guys peeking their heads, I guess.
MTLB's also made it up the road too.
We hear an MTLB actually by us.
Yeah, and that's the majority of the militia that are inside there right now.
And here's dismounts. Looks like squad and a half, maybe 2 squads can't just popped out of the sky.
Yeah, they were fully filled up. Ooh, wow, they got, looks like 2 militia who are way up here to the north, and they pecked off quite a few Americans already. Who is this? It's Lawn Darts and JDR. Gotten probably 1 or 2 kills here already.
Lawn Dart's the master. They're getting reinforcements
Actually, yeah,
too. The squad that just came out of the MTLB.
Squad 4 is going to run right into Lawn Darts and JRD, or JDR.
Gentlemen, new orders from Converge are going to push much further east than we originally thought. We're going to try and get behind them. So Quick Scratch and
Quick Scratch leading the formation. Going pretty slow. He might have a chance to see him first if he's going this slow.
We can go to the left side of that maybe.
You do make a lot of noise walking through this much foliage though. All the twigs and leaves that you'd be walking on.
Try to stay on the left side of that hill. Move 50 meters north.
This is my first time actually making it into the forest on this map. It's really pretty. Yeah, there's tracks out there somewhere.
And looks like Lawn Darts, Quick Scratch going around behind him, but I think Lawn Darts may have heard something or.
From what direction? Sav, move up to me. Sav, move up to me. Copy.
Quick Scratch, all he's got to do is look right and he sees Lawn Darts at the back of the head. But he's just going to push through.
Yeah. I mean, there's going to be a couple of US who are going to see them.
Yeah, Sipicola is coming up the hill right in front of him. But the rest of the US platoon, the squad up at the north is going around. JDR might hear Sipicola coming up the hill. Yep. I think he heard him, but yep.
Shots go on Sipicola, he goes down.
Man, they see us.
Alright, copy.
Lawn Dart's now turning around and realizes they might have gone behind him, moving back.
Jenkins calling out that everyone in this squad is down. And all they've done is they just peeked the mountainside. That's it. There's been 0 kills on the US side, and there's 9 kills on the militia. That's mind-boggling right there.
They're getting a little greedy on the hill.
Yeah. I mean, US, if they didn't peek these mountains, or the rock front, they would have been perfectly fine, but they did.
I think part of their brief was to try to get eyes on from their position, but do it in a safe way. So they did part 1. They forgot part 2.
Yeah, safety first. Unless you want to win, then safety third, and doing it in style second.
And then maybe on them 4th.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And there is a lat. Is he forgetting that he's a lat? He can see the scout car right now.
Yep.
Is that one times infantry?
Vehicles
Quick scratch. I want
straight
you to
south, I
continue
think.
to give me updates on that MCLB as well as that.
Would you like me to crouch?
Yeah, you
Did this guy forget that he's an AT4? No, there we go. He pulled it out.
It's on the move. It's on the move.
Okay.
Just keep it tight right here. Just wait up.
Yeah, I'm trying to get spacing.
Yep. You're good. We're good here. We're just gonna keep a small profile for now. Until I see us, then we have to disperse. You hear that shot? It's like 355 and 005.
The U.S. forces disengaged from trying to go over the rocks.
Do I have a permission to go 10 meters up to the street?
Yeah, if you can get eyes on this vehicle without getting easily spotted.
Command is down. He's been shot up by the scout car. This lat, I mean, he can totally get eyes on them if he just looks the right way. He's too busy looking at this infantry.
Let's get to that next bunch of trees.
You guys hold up on your rocks. 2 and 3, hold together, hold up on the
Very
rocks.
quick scene of you. Yep.
4, what's it down?
Got it.
Oh shit.
4 is down 1 man. We have audio and MTLB somewhere south of us. We had eyes on
Scout car
1
taking another victim here.
So far, 0 contact.
This lat, he's got to do something about it.
Stationary target at like 100 meters. Why wouldn't you take this shot?
Less than 100 meters.
Yeah.
Alright, crouching.
Oh, he's crouching. I think that shot about to go out.
Command MTLB is believed to be in Julia 887.
There we go.
Ooh,
Now
there we go.
down.
Squad 4, your contacts to your south. If you
If only did that a little bit sooner, the command would still be alive. Looking at kills already. You only got 2 for the U.S., but 12 for the militia. That's just, oh man, taking so much. For really
Some of the
not
U.S.
doing
that were on
damage.
some of the U.S. that were on the rocks, I think they're getting shot at from the ruin fortification in the north.
Yeah, it looks like Dorf Squad is actually engaging people who are back in the tree line. They were over by the scout car.
They're stuck. They can't really
Yeah.
move.
Okay. Arch, I'm gonna throw.
Oh, it's Imanaz. This guy is a legend of a shooter. If he's the one to kill all 3 of these, he's going to be the one. He's just got to get eyes on them. That's all he's got to do.
Even the MTLB's taking shots at Jenkins over here.
No, the U.S. like they're kind of on like this standoff position. They don't really want to push in that much.
Well, engage anything you see right now. You guys are weapons free.
Yeah, they're pretty far.
This is a distraction play. I think they want to move a U.S. element behind the MTLB to get a shot at it.
That's what it looks like Squad 4 is doing on the U.S. side.
We are now
Squad 4, I mean, they're taking the deepest flank possible, and the rest of their men are getting killed before they even going to be able to get in
Must have a
contact.
disconnect. I'm down to 1 person in my team here.
Yep. Jones, stay safe.
The MTLB is definitely scanning the ridge that Jenkins is popping up on every so often.
At least
The
last
MTLB now moving back.
Okay, everyone holds.
Jenkins gets one inside the compound.
Ground down here, so if I push up, Polly get wiped out.
We got next door north. We got contact shore straight north here too. Straight north.
Contact to north.
Oh, lawn darts and
Get in here, get in here.
lawn darts and his buddy have swung around. And they're starting to shoot Jenkins from the north. Top Bun's over here too. They lose a couple more people on the north rocks.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know, the situational awareness right now is, it's not there for the U.S. Like they're not checking their north, not checking their south, they're not looking at the trees.
Yeah, what's that meant we needed?
It feels like they're only were expecting people inside the compound, and they're just ignoring everything else.
Get down here, down here.
Yeah, well, those are the two guys that U.S. completely walked by. Even though they lost a person in the squad that walked by them, they never went back to investigate. They just let it happen.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what the U.S. are doing right now, but they're just letting contact go by and not dealing with it at all.
Literally nothing that pushed us so far back. Just rocks. Little bit of line.
Roger. 4, know you're up there.
Unknown.
Yep. Commander's talking about it. Dorf's trying to salvage what he can here.
I mean, yeah, he doesn't have much to salvage, though. Most of the U.S. are pretty much halfway done through.
Helping 4 when they make their push.
It's really up to Squad 4 up in the north, but, I mean, they don't got anything. I mean, they have a lot to deal with the MTLB, but the amount of infantry they have to push through is just going to be insane. I don't know where the marksman is. I don't know what squad he's in. He's in Squad 1. Let's see if Silas is dead. He might be. I don't see him down here. Yeah, he might be back here. Yeah, he is. He's sitting way, way, way back. Yeah,
well, he's got the range. You might as well.
Alright.
Yep.
I'm gonna try and make a push here pretty quick to set up a LZ for reinforcement squad to come in.
Copy.
It's gonna be pretty dicey, but it's gotta happen.
Squad in the north slowly starting to come south here through the forest. They've sort of spread out in a line. They're going to move south. MTLB, they're going to cross it at about 300 meters. But it looks like militia in the compound are taking some shots at Jenkins' squad.
What remains of Jenkins' squad? I think it's also a part of Squad 4 squad who was Phoenix's.
Copy. Alright, that's where we're headed. We're not gonna.
We don't need spacing. There's no mortars. I mean, we need spacing, but we have nowhere to go. I mean, Escobar, go down to the thing.
Militia's got themselves here. It's a shame the U.S. weren't able to use those strikers effectively and beach them.
Yeah, I mean, that's what happens when you throw them right on top of a cliff face.
Buddy team bounced across in the south. I think Dorf is trying to get his guys into gear. They want to move closer to LZ New York and see if they can establish something, get some reinforcements.
If I'm correct, I think LZ New York is actually the orange dot that's on the map, which is a spawn point in Juliet 9 sub 8. So that might be a little close. I'm not 100% sure where that LZ is going to be and what type of reinforcements the U.S. are going to get from that LZ.
Command be advised. Holcombs.
Yeah, I think that's the reinforcement point, or rather pretty sure that is LZ New York.
Fields in front of us. If we want to push these ruins, we either have to clump up closer to the rocks where 2 is to take the tree cover, or we have to mad rush it across the field.
Yep, Phoenix, stand by. I'm about to make a movement down here. I got Silas set up in a overwatch position to engage their targets.
Copy.
And I'm gonna go to the LZ and set it up.
Squad 4, I mean, they've been taking their sweet time. And they have 2 lats in their squad, actually, so they'll be able to deal with this MTLB fairly easily.
Except for the fact that MTLB is facing them. So they're going to have the element of surprise if they try to attack it.
Yeah, I mean, they got the AT4s as the main lat kit, so it does quite a bit of damage.
Oh, it'll pop it for sure.
Yeah, especially 2 hits, that'll be it for it.
Dorf's trying to get one moving. He's got Silas over here on the rock as a overwatch.
Zench and Miyamoto. Zench and Miyamoto, clear that area to your front, that 50 meters to your front, the next tree line.
Yeah, I just took some shots at me. I tried peeking over my
Bravo
binocs.
team, we're gonna cross to the rock north of us.
That area. Can you
Copy.
repeat, Bravo?
If you wants to throw smokes and start shooting grenade launchers for
Silas starting to look for targets now. So
go move now.
So maybe squad 1 is about ready to move. Silas is definitely looking at the sandbag city, trying to find something to shoot.
Yeah, looks like Dorf is sending like 2 guys out, just crawling through the forest, or the open field, I should say.
I can see about another 4 guys. Just on my side.
Holds.
Cover around the rocks.
There's a couple men that are about to run into squad 4 here. Who is this? Lord Chenka and Lancer, with then Lawn Darts and JRD up on top of them. Beware, he's getting spotted, he goes down.
Being engaged by the AA guns down here. We got their attention.
Squad 1 getting shot at by the ZSU.
We're doing it now.
Gentlemen, we're punching hard east. Everyone start shifting east right now. We're moving east.
Oh man, if they go through this field, it's all over for them.
Squad 4 pulling back now. They have Lawn Darts and JDR. They're trying to pull in for a flank here.
You can best be sure that the AA gun is going to be watching exactly where Dorf needs to go.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Keep the thing pointed to the middle section.
100 meters.
Squad 4 running all into one rock where a militia is already standing. He's got his AK back up.
I'm gonna try and get the windows up. Is our GL still alive?
He's gonna peek it. He sees 3. He gets 1. 2. He gets the SL. He gets 3. Oh my gosh.
One more on this rock.
Wow. He gets 3 Americans. He gets another one off in the distance. And he gets Clay today. Oh my gosh. This guy's madman. And he gets the guy throwing a nade. A full squad wipe by Stormfront. Oh my gosh. Stormfront just got 6 men all by himself.
Wow.
That's
Storm the
insane.
legend. Official legend status achieved.
That is really impressive. That's insane. Wow.
Alpha, can you just reach up to your northeast? Where you are?
Alright, so let's look at kills real fast. We're at 3 for the Americans and 22 for the militia. Yeah, I feel like this is fairly decided right there. 6 kills with 1 man. Like, all within like 30 seconds, too.
It's tremendous.
Alright, what? Yeah, I'm good. How strong a defense is near you?
Dorf is 100% stuck.
Thank you.
And I mean, so is Squad North, Squad 2.
Maybe not.
Pull back off the rocks west, swing south, and at the furthest southern striker, go straight east of that. So I want you to end up in I-993. Make it happen.
He's trying to get Squad 2 actually back up on the west side of that. Trying to go down to the southernmost striker and go to where I think just north of Silas is. Up on those rocks, right around here in this mouse. Oh, as soon as they pull back there, they get lit up by a saw.
Alright, beware that MQ.
Dorf has 6 players on this rock formation right here. They're just hoping for cover. Speaking of cover, what happened to Silas? He's still on this rock looking, I guess.
Yeah. I don't think he's
I haven't
fired
heard
a
him take a
shot. I
shot.
haven't heard. Yeah, I haven't heard the M110 pop off yet.
It didn't have to be named.
Big fellas, the rock game.
It's my squad. Squad 5.
Yeah, he is just a DMR technically, so might be a little too far back. Maybe if he had the suppressor variant, he would be a little more willing to push up in front.
I wonder
Well,
what
not in
if a
front,
combination of the fog too.
Yeah, the fog is really, really thick, so that could be it.
Hey, do you have any laptop button?
Nope.
Say again?
Militia moving additional forces in their back. The MTLB is looking around.
Alright, so just keep your heads low.
I have a breacher and a GL.
Looks like Storm is moving further south in the back line.
He wants more. 6 wasn't good enough for him. He's got to get a full squad, all 9.
Well, there's 6 more in front of him right here. He's got Lear and Kobe 221 in front of him.
Alright, guys. I want you to push up to the.
And they're still moving around because they have defilate behind the way the elevation is on this hill, so they're going to be able to get a really good position. All of Dorf's team are behind this rock,
Make sure not to skyline.
and I think they both see him.
I wonder how many kills the US are actually going to end up with. So far, they only have 4. 4.
U.S. security, where is it? These two guys are just moving in the open now. They have to see these guys. One of them's crouched. There
Like
they
I was
go.
saying, yeah, there we go. Situational awareness wasn't up to par from the US for a long time.
So Storm loses his buddy team that is moving with him. And he goes down too.
Yeah.
Don't waste ammo.
So that's it for those 3 men. Silas, he's moved up forward on the rock, so you might be able to get kind of top down on the fob. He's definitely going to be able to get top down on this fob.
Spread out. Jesus Christ, guys.
Now it's just all about pecking them off.
Don't panic, it's just pressing fire.
Yeah, but if they move up, I don't want them to toss 1 grenade, kill us all. You gotta spread out.
The remainder of the U.S. forces now coming up over the tide.
Get up in that position, get eyes on the rocks, do what you can, engage them. They're engaging us. I want to get up to that position.
Not many militia are watching this direction though.
Trying to see if this is a suppressor variant. No, it's just a flash hider.
To your straight east.
Silas can totally see this guy right here moving around. There we go. Oh, he gets a headshot on him. There we go. First shot from the M110 takes out 1 player. So I don't know how much ammo he has, but hopefully it's enough to kill a full platoon. That's what he needs to do right now. And Top Bun is coming in to support. There's 4 men, including him.
Now the militia are starting to look around. They heard Silas's shot come from that direction, so some of them are looking towards Silas, towards the southeast or southwest here.
Tell you asking, is that a marksman? Yes, indeed it is. This is one of the very few times we have a marksman in our events. Our previous one was actually in the mod test where we used the suppressed rifles.
Here comes Top Bun coming over. Top Bun throws a nade.
Oh, Silas goes down through a sandbag peak.
GL not shooting enough, not actually shooting GLs. Mill will try and throw grenades this way. Escobar decides to put 5.56 downrange instead of his grenade launcher.
So it looks like Dorf tried to go and move north and ended up getting pretty much his full squad wiped. He only has 2 men alive now.
CR2 reinforcements inbound at the mics.
He put down a reinforcements
Oh!
inbound. Striker is airdropped. Same with a full squad.
Squad 5.
Let's get it.
And they're getting
instantly
mowed
fired up
down.
on. Instantly they're getting fired on. Hopefully they have a crewman. Hopefully the crewman didn't die. Oh man, that'd be
They have
horrible
a
if all
crewman.
the
I
crewmen
see
died.
it. No, that's a fire team. No, that's a fire saver. I think they're all operators.
Oh yes, of course.
Yeah, operators should be able to crew the vehicle.
They're westing.
Oh yeah, so all the operators, so the guys with these.
Yep, and here it is. Someone in the other gun now cutting through.
There we go. Here goes the suppressors now. Oh, beautiful sounding.
Lost our squad lead.
I'm in the vehicle.
Where's that?
Miyamoto is freaking out over the suppressed rifle. Yeah, I'm the man. Command is back in thanks to the airdrop.
Someone get in the gun.
Hey, I'll get a gun. I will get a gun.
Tucker, how you doing?
I think they're going to reconsolidate who's in what position, and they're going to start using the striker here. Whoa!
Did the striker just get hit?
Striker got hit.
Yeah,
Striker went
it got
down.
hit right in the rear. Oh my gosh. Oh no! And he got how much infantry with that shot as well? He got four infantry, 4 operators with one shot. Oh, and then a frag round goes out. It gets Dorf. Oh no! It's just.
Wow.
They had
It was
something
just a
going
sitting
for
duck.
them.
It was a sitting duck, and I don't know why it wasn't moved earlier.
Yeah, like they didn't even turn the engine on.
They were arguing. I think I heard over local. They were trying to figure out who was going to drive, who was going to gun. And Jack was in the gun seat. He got out.
They ended up getting latted. Oh,
Yep.
They should have just moved it into a safer area. Screw who's going to be gunning and who's going to be driving.
I think they underestimated their security at the spot when they all came in like that.
Yeah, that was very unfortunate.
I mean, there's no reason why they should expect that they actually got killed or they actually had security there, because a gun was wide open there. They knew the MTLB was watching them.
Yep.
Even
Yeah,
at range.
there's no reason for them to just not assume that anyone in the rear. Oh, there we go. Push takes out one with the suppressed rifle. Yeah, now that sounds real nice. We changed the sound volume on it. You can see how far away we were. We were right about it where those shots are landing right now, and it was really quiet. So if you're at 100 meters, you're not gonna be able to hear those guns fire.
Top Bun and the remainder up there still seems to be 4 US on the and Miyamoto's still alive, and he's got someone else over here too.
So the militia, they've moved in. They're trying to rotate around north side, looking at the map as well. And they're getting people, I mean, like, they're able to lay down in this grass, because how tall it is, and just go ahead and watch over from there. And we can see just a few Americans just kind of crawling around.
Oh, they got to the radio south.
Oh,
They
wow.
ran down the
Yeah.
hill and they got in there.
Yeah, they got in.
Looks like 1 casualty for US so far. They're clearing out the entire area.
But militia, he's got 1 man flanking here. Exit bar might go down. Yeah, he goes down. Then, yeah, he's got a buddy. He kills another one. And I think, yeah, there's just 1 militia remaining. No, there's 2. He goes down. Now there's just 1 militia remaining in the southern fob point.
I heard the MTLB move a little bit closer, and there are some militia forces now starting to move in, but there's just 1 militia left inside, and it's going to be RAF. Gil
He's with
King.
the brand new M16 as well.
Yeah, Gil King and Debbie Dad. Debbie Dad moves in.
Oh.
He gets shot at by RAF.
Yeah, barely misses him.
And
Oh,
now
God,
they're
the
all
suppressors
playing
popping
hide
off.
under the. Are they under the same place? Can they see each other? No, there's a wall right here.
Oh, that would have been fantastic if they
Oh
could.
my God, they were backed up into the same way, so I figured RAF is they're trying to dig the radio. Gil King goes down, Debbie Dad goes down, RAF saves the radio.
Rabbit goes down. Now it's just Miyamoto. I think it's just Miyamoto left, and he's already getting shot at. There's an MTLB watching over Miyamoto.
and now militia moving to resecure the southern radio. They have a fire team in there right now. Miyamoto's trying to move to that location. It's going to be quite the uphill battle for him if it doesn't get popped on his way there.
This MTOB doesn't spot him.
Militia moving outside the compound. They're going to try to stop him before he gets anywhere near it.
I know, with the updated US camo, no, he's still showing up.
Oh yeah, lime green.
Multicam, it's good at everything. Sorry, it's okay at everything, but not good at anything.
Miyamoto gives himself away, but he's got a frag. He's going to throw it.
Oh, he's already getting shot from the north side, and he goes down. Yep. There we go. He went down from Scaling Ash. That should be GG. Yeah, there we go. GG is called. So that's the end of round 1. Pretty hard defeat for the U.S. right there. 17 downs on the U.S. side and 42 for the militia. That's absolutely insane. Atomic Peach with 10 kills. That's crazy. They almost got their objective done of taking down one of the radios. So they were almost there. They just weren't quite there. We will be back for round 2 in just a few minutes right after a brief intermission. So make sure you stay here, stay watching the stream for it to be going up real soon here. If you want to join in this operation, there might be extra spots because we might do a third round.
Sure.
You got to sign up at squadops.gg. Make sure you make an account there. You got to take SOT Basic as well, except on Wednesday, you do not need those basic training tags in order to join in that Wednesday op, since it's the first one of the month. And yeah, we'll be right back with round 2.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming out to SOTT Basic. I'm your instructor today, Hammering Hutch. You guys can simply just call me Hutch. When we are suppressing an enemy target, the whole intent of this is to keep the enemy's head down so an adjacent unit can maneuver onto them. During this process, we have a thing that happens automatically and organically, whether it be with buddy teams or fire teams. The whole intent is to ensure there's no lull in the gunfire, thus talking guns. Open fire. Contact front. Alpha, bound. I'm up. He sees me. I'm down. Bravo, bound. I'm up. He sees me. I'm down. All right, Bravo set. Alpha, up. He sees me. I'm down. You're now in what is known as a file. You're now in what is known as a staggered column, and usually used when on patrol or when moving from one location to another where contact is imminent. And these are a few of the basic formations that we use during squad ops. The SOTT Advanced Weapons Systems course was created to ensure Squad Ops participants share the same knowledge and understanding of the use and applications of mission-specific weapons and the basic tactics involved in their deployment. The Automatic Rifleman. The Automatic Rifleman is the foundation of a fire team and/or squad. The job of the Automatic Rifleman is to deliver a high volume of prolonged, effective suppressing fire on enemy positions to allow the maneuver of friendly units during offensive operations and the repelling of enemy attacks in defensive operations. The Grenadier, a key member of the fire team and squad. The Grenadier is first and foremost a rifleman who is capable of delivering accurate fire of both high explosive and smoke rounds on point and area targets at varying distances. One of the other added benefits of the Grenadier is to engage dead space, which is essentially an area that cannot be hit by direct fires. The light anti-tank gunner. Soldiers carrying light anti-tank weapons are, just as Grenadiers, riflemen first. They are the ideal infantry-based counter to both lightly armored and thin-skinned vehicles. At short, medium, and far distances, the rockets fired are a viable weapon against groups of infantry as well. The SOTT Advanced Weapons Systems course, although not a requirement, is highly encouraged for squad ops participants to join to expand their knowledge of how to utilize the tools that are given to us within squad.
Alrighty, guys, welcome back to round two. Real short intermission right there. And yeah, we're just going to go ahead and basically jump right into the brief for this doc so we can start doing theory crafting and talking about the previous round. So, bcarr, what is the operation for this round?
This is Renegade Roadblock. This is our Fort Bravo mission. And there's a large drop that's happened, and the militia forces here, they have a little bit more of a defensive posture. They have a roadblock that they have constructed just in case there's a large heavy armor presence that overwhelms them at the beach, and that's happened. The NATO forces, led by U.S. Army, are going to get some reinforcements over time, and they're going to try to push all the way to the airfield. They're going to try to roll this convoy straight up the road north of Philadelphia Beach, straight past a checkpoint, and straight on up to the airfield. There's a certain general that's in the area. This is the target that they're looking for. There's a general who is commanding militia that he's definitely, you know, those card packs, and they put everyone on a suit and a name. Yeah, he's one of those guys. He's not like a face card, but he's like a high number. He's like the 7 of clubs. And this guy, the US definitely wants him. So the 7 of clubs is going to be a target for the US forces, but they also want to clear the airfield. The convoy is going to be multiple vehicles. However, due to the logistics situation that NATO forces find them in, they don't have a large squadron of transport. So it's going to be sort of a trickle-in sort of situation here from the NATO forces. Militia, on the other hand, they're going to reinforce a checkpoint. They're going to reinforce the checkpoint. And if I can find the coords for that checkpoint real quick, I will share them with you.
I think it's right here in Hotel 2 or Hotel 5, Sub 2, Micro 5.
Yeah, Hotel 5-2. Yeah, Hotel 5-2 is where militia will start this round. And they're going to put a radio down, which serves as their main logistics point for their checkpoint and also their communications back to command. And they're going to have a little, and as far as what they're going to have a little bit of time.
Yeah, they got a little time to build
construct
up.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And then for their assets, the militia, they get 2 ARs, 1 times lat, 1 times medic, and for the platoon, 2 scouts, just like last time. On the US side, they get 2 ARs, 1 GL, 2 times lat, and 1 medic per squad. And for the vehicles, they get 1 MRAP Crow, 2 MRAP open tops, and 1 Logi with any type of build that they want. And they can put a fob down on the landing zone they start at.
Yeah, and that's the landing zone they start at is where the additional vehicles are going to come through.
Yeah, let's go and talk about last round. So for anyone who's joining in, know kind of where we're at in this campaign. Last round, I mean, militia completely stomped the U.S. I think it was 14-43, something like that.
Yeah, it sounds about right. Especially because it sounds right because of the respawn.
Yeah, it was very, very bad on the U.S. side right there.
Yeah, the U.S. had a good idea. Just their
guys were
jumped
too
the gun.
ambitious to peek, and I mean, I think right at the beginning, most of their men they peeked over the cliff and they got killed instantly. And then the second half, when Squad 4 pushed up north and ran into just Stormfront, they had really no security on the backside of the rock and no spacing, and Stormfront peeked them and killed 6 players. It's just crazy when you let 6 people go down to 1 man. And then, what was it with the Striker? The Striker, was it Atomic Peach? Yeah. He shot the Striker in the rear, killing 4, and then the additional 2 inside the Striker, then sent another frag rocket, and got 2 more for like a total of 8. But then he ended up getting, I think, like 2 more with his rifle. So he had like 10 kills that 1 round, something insane. So I mean, it was a lot of, I would say lucky plays on the militia's part. But for the general defense, I mean, the U.S. barely even scraped their defenses up until like the last minute, I would say.
Yeah, the U.S. push at the end to get to the radio was just well timed and executed really well. They only took 1 casualty up until militia realized what was happening and they reattacked the position.
If only they did that from the beginning.
Yeah, well, if they'd done it at the beginning, they'd have a much better chance. But I don't think they were anticipating. I don't think they were anticipating to get shot at as early as they did, which is why you saw those players try to peek and try to get eyes on. They won it because I think in their mind, their objective was still the AA guns, which it was. And that's the ultimate objective of, capturing the radios so that the AA guns would become inactive, that sort of thing. That would be the idea. It just never ended up materializing quite like I think they all thought it would.
No.
And I also think they waited too long to get in position.
I think they tried to make the flanks too wide and it took them too long. I think for this round, you got a lot of options. I mean, they can't go to the beach really. They could though. There's a little bit of a path through the forest they could bring the MRAPs through. They can attack from that southern road. But
the MRAPs are going to get dropped at LZ New York.
Yeah, which is where everyone is right now on the map, that spawn point.
Yeah,
so they can go through the forest right here.
They won't have every vehicle at live, which is the other thing.
That's right. Yeah, it's like what one.
They get a vehicle dropped every minute.
Yeah.
Maybe the other thing is they get an MRAP Crow.
Yeah, I mean, but again, MRAP's only 1 hit with the lat, and with the militia having 1 lat per squad, we're gonna have to see how fast these MRAPs really last, or how long they last.
Definitely gonna have to take their time with it.
Without
as far as as far as assaulting the compound.
I mean, I know just because of this area, we did have an operation before around here. There's very few areas they can really defend from, and that's this northern hill, which is actually where the militia are stacking up right now. This is a very good place to attack from. Same with the tree line just to the south. The wider one, the one that funnels into a triangle, I wouldn't go to just because of how hard it is to push out, and you're very, very open as soon as you go to the tip of the triangle. And I wouldn't go into the valley because, well, you'll get shot at from the top side, guaranteed. So pretty much the only option is like north and south on the western side, and it's gonna be hard to get people up there. That's why they have MRAPs. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, it'll just have to do 100% with speed. They have to just get over there fast and hope they can discombobulate the defense. And they might have a good chance of that too, because militia get to run logistics this round for their checkpoint.
Yes.
And that means that people are going to be building. Not everyone's going to be on defense. And they know they're going to get attacked, but militia don't they don't have offensive vehicles. They have no armor.
Yeah, they get no armor, but they do have Dishkas, so, I mean, as soon as they see those MRAPs, it's going to chew through them very fast.
I think that's why approaching through the forest at a certain point, it's got to be key with the U.S. assault.
Yes, I mean, depending on where these Dishkas are placed down, let me see if I can find one. I think I saw one being placed. Yeah, there we go. Here's one facing down. I would say the southern road. The one going to the far east, it's more like southeast. I think if they get a Crow's MRAP way down here, they can kind of stay behind the hill line and really watch into it. Yeah.
Yeah, the Dishka they have pointing south
here.
It's in a nice position. You can almost see the roadblock. You can see the the southwest road as it splits off from the H intersection. I guess we'll call it an H intersection, but whatever. It sort of splits off to the southwest. Let me see if I can find the other gun. I wonder if they put it down yet.
Valley has good tree cover. Yeah, I mean, it does, but, I mean, you gotta imagine, yeah, you're a Melissa soldier. You're propped up right on top of this hill, you know, right here. I mean, it looks like it's good until you get into the lower sections, and then it's not.
I found the second Dishka. It's actually in the rear of the compound, behind the drum barrel walls.
Ah, I see.
It's kind of a weird position for it.
It's kind of it's in an area where I don't think it's going to be used too much, just because it's how far back it is. Especially if these live trucks block it. We got our live time, 7:44, so we got 1 minute exactly. Let's fly over to the U.S. side and see what's going on over there. I think U.S. might be better off just starting to run, though, without waiting for all the MRAPs to spawn in.
I think so. I think the militia forces, they're sitting out a couple patrols here. I don't know if these are just going to be forward, sort of like OPs for their checkpoint, or if they're actually going to set patrols further out in this. But they are breaking up. Looks like militia's doing squad briefs right now, or at least getting ready to get going, because live in about 20 seconds.
Yeah, U.S. looks like they did squad briefs as well, and let's have a platoon brief. And they're moving out on foot. Something I've found to be more common is these squad briefs instead of platoon briefs.
Fly, boys. Let's do it.
There's pros and cons. In certain situations, you don't need to worry about a squad brief per se, but depending on how complex the defense is or the attack is, sometimes it's just easier to disseminate your plan to your SL and have your SL deal with the players individually, because sometimes there'll be more important roles that individual and squads will have to fulfill.
Yeah, I mean,
There's
me
a
personally,
radio call.
I like to let an entire platoon know exactly what's going to be going on.
Are we Bravo indication or Alpha?
We are Alpha.
You know, because otherwise, I find like a lot of people, they don't really know exactly what they should be doing if they don't know what anyone else is going to be doing. They gotta find out what the big picture is.
Oh my god, the fucking lag.
1 and 3, I want you positioned somewhere in like I-6, H6 before engaging, or even further back somewhere of
Would he be
I-7.
considered field priest? I don't even think a priest could save what's going to happen to the Americans.
Let's see if we can catch the next vehicle to be airlifted in.
Stay more east of that road. Stay more east, yeah.
The first open top MRAP has been dropped in and is moving out in north.
This is the Crows, actually.
Oh, it's crows. Oh my.
Yeah, we got a little bit of, I think, server lag there, but nothing too serious. And yeah, just like I predicted, 2 full squads running off. I guess squad 2 and 4 would be getting the MRAPs.
Okay. Open top MRAP. A second one has dropped. Second MRAP has dropped in, and it gets crewed up immediately. It starts heading out.
I like it. Like when Expet executed the traitor in front of a platoon. This is Beast over on Twitch. Yeah. How long ago was that? That was quite long ago. I think Pony's done that as well. Pony
I think
likes
it's
to throw
before
in a
my
little bit
time.
of lore. Yeah. Pony and Expert like to have lore and a little bit of fun in their briefs.
Let's reset the militia defense here. Looks like a scout has come forward to the roadblocks that are static. They've added a mine, probably. Let's see if we can find this guy real quick. We should be able to find a mine. Yep. Okay, that's interesting placement. They put the mine in between the 2 concrete barriers on the southeast road here, southeast of the checkpoint.
One of the most obvious locations to check for a mine.
I mean, why wouldn't you just drive around this?
Yeah. I mean,
I mean,
it is off to the side, though.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't. It's in between the 2 concrete barriers. I don't know why you would drive through the concrete barriers. Why not just drive around it?
Yeah, I mean, I think the MRAPs are even driving off-road. Like, they're not even bothering with any type of road at all. There we go. 3rd MRAP has dropped, so that would be all for them. I guess they're waiting for the Logi truck to get the fobs up.
Let's see if we can spot the command here for militia. See where the general's at. It's definitely weird. It's definitely top-heavy leadership, that's for sure. And it looks like the general is up here in the north. He's got himself a 3-story building, plenty of windows. It looks like an apartment building, actually. I guess it's like 6 apartments, 6 apartments in here.
Also, nice little complex to stay in. You know, if you want to be close to the beach and maybe go surfing a little bit later.
Yeah, he must have had this in mind. I'm sure he's an entrepreneur at other things other than being a general merchant of death as a general.
Yeah, I mean, the militia only commit a few war crimes, so he's not that bad. He's not the
Yeah.
INS.
His credit score is still pretty good in the Communist Republic of whatever this is. I don't know whatever. I don't know.
I forget.
I'm trying to make up lore here
Pony
and I
is,
can't.
but Pony has this entire lore set up on this map. I know that this map is based off of Venezuela, where the communist regime was so afraid of being invaded. They have the highest density per square mile of bunkers. So that's the lore behind this map right there for you. It's from Venezuela, and it has the most bunkers in the entire world.
It's like I mean, if I understand correctly, it's like I guess it's like a. What?
Copy that. Making so many wires.
I heard in SL chat they thought command was down, but no, he is still up and living.
Whoa. Anyway, like I was gonna say, I heard it was like a combination of like Venezuela-inspired coastline with like, I suppose, the backdrop of Albania, or if I'm missing something there.
Yeah, it's like Normandy beaches, Venezuela bunkers, and Albania terrain. There is 2 militia, the forward scouts, who are just kind of they're just chilling. They don't know what's right in front of them. It isn't FTL, as he has the FTL gun. Reduced zoom optic.
Storm has his binocs out right now, and he's trying to go from window to window, trying to see where the U.S. could possibly come from. I think he has sneaking suspicions they are not going to directly attack his roadblock here.
Salty Spittoon, how tough are you?
There you go.
You're up to something, boys. Keep your
I want Phoenix going directly at him or flank. Let's keep.
Ooh, U.S. are actually really close to the south here.
Yeah, I mean, they have 2 forward scouts right in front of them, but they have no idea. Absolutely no idea.
Yeah, there's this hill there's the hill between them and the outpost, and the scout has his binocs out. I wonder if he sees something, or I wonder if he's just looking.
I mean, it's FTL. Oh my gosh, if he looks to his right now, you can see multiple Americans running right past him, but he's just not looking that way.
Oh my gosh.
You're running right past him. Oh my god. This is
It's St.
CM.
Rajput.
Yeah. I can hear them in local how close they
Yeah,
are.
Polish and Sessa have walked past him, and Sam hasn't heard him. And the scout at the checkpoint is Dick's Folk.
Dick's Folk moving forward.
Oh no, what is he doing? You run straight into Jenkins' line of fire. Jenkins goes prone. And Jenkins switched his gun. There we go.
So Eames moving around here. Still, no one's looking at him, and he's running up on Polish right now. He's running, like, with
He
them.
ran right past him.
He ran
Sessa
right
sees
past
him.
them. And there we go. He gets shot right in the back.
Sessa doesn't even
Oh
know
my
what's going
gosh.
on.
Well then, that's a thing that just happened. Wow, alrighty. So last round, U.S. had very little situation. Actually, I'm gonna say the situational awareness on the U.S. side still isn't that good, but now militia has fallen off.
The U.S. was properly shaken first round, so you can understand that, especially with how the first 5-10 minutes of that round went. But now,
Oh yeah.
But now, for that to happen, that's oof. That's
Yeah,
oof.
that's a major oof right there.
Oh, Polish is gonna. What is he doing? He's gonna get shot at by a Dishka here. I think they skylined as they came out of the forest. Oh yeah, because
So
yep,
that's a
they're
Dishka
getting-
that we said that was probably out of place is actually firing on them right now.
Polish falling back. And Polish almost getting hit several times there. Sessa, fire team leader, able to get behind some trees, and then at some point the concealment is gonna cause the Dishka to stop firing. And they're gonna fall back to their forces. And that's a general attack order from U.S. Command to engage the roadblock.
Yeah, I wonder if these MRAPs are just gonna roll right through the road. No, they dismounted. I'm not sure. Oh, they're sending the MRAPs to squad 1 and 3. That's where I said they're probably gonna perform the best since there is no Dishka watching that way.
That's just sheer luck, though. They don't know that. They don't know anything about the layout of the compound at this point. But it's a good guess.
Yeah.
Both those drivers are lads, so they're gonna be able to help them as well.
Alright, copy.
Alright, you guys, yeah, the checkpoint has HMGs up.
From what we scouted, there's trees along the road we can use, but other than
And
that,
Discus ceases fire, has no targets.
I thought this was the checkpoint where we are right now.
Yeah.
Actually, because all the targets, any targets that it could possibly shoot from here are being blocked by two Urals.
It's fine. Scared the trees.
Oh man, he's probably. If he was smart, he would start yelling in local, "Hey, someone move these trucks!"
I think behind it right here.
It's also a medic on the machine gun. What's going on?
Yeah, let's get in the tree line and start engaging.
Some questionable practice right there.
It's EU time. That's what's going on.
Oh man.
Help me direct my MRAPs to support you.
I know medics are super soldiers in EU time, but come on.
100 meters in front of squad 3.
Militia AR engaging US as they cross the streets road down here in southeast.
What is Jenkins doing? He's laying down in the middle of the road with his binos out.
He's behind a concrete bunker. He's behind the concrete divider.
But still, he's in the middle of the road, and he's getting shot at.
U.S. forces on the east over here engage Squad 4. I think there might be a U.S. KIA here, but a grenade goes off right in the middle of a formation. 2 dead, 1 more bandaging.
We gotta bandage first. Reloading.
Grenades going off all around him. He's not long for the round here.
They're northeast of us. I'm hit, but I'm not dead. I need medic. I got a saw out here.
He's trying to back up while prone. That's not very fast. There we go. He turns around, starts moving away.
Be careful pushing up. There is the checkpoint north.
And looks like Peach is able to get out of there. And he's got a squad lead right beside him. Is Sugar and Peach both prone and trying to crawl away. And for the moment, they have concealment and cover from the hill.
Do you see it?
Dwarf, they're in all the windows of this white building.
Froze is rolling up. I don't think he's a gunner in there.
Oh my
I'm looking through the window. No, he doesn't. He's soloing this.
Oh, the general's building is actually getting assaulted right now from range.
The rest of the infantry is pushing up forward since the MRAPs have arrived. Well, there is a lat looking their way though. I can see him in the bunker. We might be waiting for the crows to show his face.
Yeah, 4, just regroup with 2.
Anyone see the MRAP?
4 linking up with 2.
Also, this crows might be going to the area where that Dishka can see him.
Yep. The disc is shooting.
Oh,
It's
the
gonna
southern
pop.
ones,
It's
yeah.
gonna pop. Oh, it's so close. It's so close. I think they might have been able to pop it or get it to go off. I never thought this Dishka would be really useful against a vehicle, but wow.
Yeah, I mean, they brought it down the wrong road.
Meanwhile,
I see
the
a
open
lad
time.
loading a lat here. He's loaded up his RPG. Oh, he's totally looking at this MRAP. He fired. Oh, he hits it. Yeah, it's gonna go down. Maybe not. No, it's on fire. No, I see the flames. There they are.
Yeah. He's trying to move it away. It's gonna pop.
Yep.
The guy in there needs to get out. Aethel needs to get out now. He's still driving it away. He thinks he can salvage it.
No, sir.
He's gonna get exploded here in a second. He finally gets out. Just in time.
Meanwhile, on the north side, we got a buddy team. I think it's the last remaining guys from Squad 4. They're flanking around the U.S. right now. The U.S. that are pushing the northern compounds here.
They're in the general's
compound.
compound.
Peach.
I think we got an MRAP to the north.
How many MRAPs did we go?
I'm holding the off.
We have an MRAP up north.
The U.S. are beginning to get around the sides of the compound. They want to go in. The general is stuck inside. He only has 4 people defending him. An entire fire team's in here. They're looking at the window.
Atomic Peach looks like he's trying to hunt for this MRAP, but he's too busy with Americans right in front of him. Sevicola goes down.
Alright, he's dead.
He's got the attention of Dorf now.
You got him fucking ready
Oh,
to breach your building.
Peach and Sugar are now engaging the U.S. forces that are circled around the general's building.
Yeah, but Peach goes down. Or sorry, Sugart goes down. And Americans right north of them. You've got Silas. He peeks it and he goes down. So that's it for the flanking militia. So now it's just the guys who are in the building with the general and the men who are watching them from the south side.
Oh, there's actually 1 U.S. soldier in the building.
This general's
FPD.
actually Storm here.
Yeah, I mean, come.
This Bond is out. He's just kind of top floor, just waiting for the U.S. to storm his building.
Get inside the building now.
I think they're vaulting through the window. They're trying to vault through the
can.
window instead of go through the door. Yeah, they are.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Oh, that's
They
glorious.
can climb the back window. A little buddy help here.
You go first. Go
Don't
first.
push.
Go
Don't
first.
push. Just there. The door. There, right around the corner.
I'll go first. Thank you.
Right
now
there.
it's just a
Easy
matter
button.
of time.
The Crows is lighting him up as well from across the street.
A militiaman is Acid Pantalones is peeking the stairwell here. Oh, William FPD just gets out of the way. Liberal Pundit has his med kit out. Liberal Pundit had a med kit out and was defenseless against Acid Pantalones.
First floor clear.
He's on the stairs.
If they're overwhelming you, disengage, push east. Otherwise, push contact.
Watch out! Watch out!
Oh, and I think there's
Tell us
someone
he's
watching
got a
the
window,
stair
but
from the
he's
top
not.
too.
Yeah, there is. This guy looking like all the way down
Yes,
it.
Pony.
But the amount of... Oh, the Crows pop another one through the window. So now it's
Oh,
just
Acid
Best
goes down.
Pony. Yeah, it's just with Pony now.
Quick with aggression. Let's go.
U.S. trying to summon some aggression here.
Best Pony goes back to the general's room.
Top floor, left rim.
And the Crows gets him. Oh, wow. So now it is just the general. Let's see if this puppy's gonna shoot him. It's Clay J. Oh no, he shoots him! Oh no, Clay J! No!
Clay J
He shot
kills the
the
general!
You
War
shot
crime
the general,
committed!
Clay
He
J.
shot an unarmed officer. Wow!
Oh,
War crime
no.
committed.
They
And
could have
if
gotten
you-
so many good stuff if they got the general.
Oh my gosh. So now the U.S. are going to have to attack and clear the roadblock. If you couldn't tell, sometimes secret things go on in these campaigns. And one of those chapters have now been shut away from history.
Yep, we'll never see that one now. Alright, down on the far south here, they try to extend past, but the militia have extended down south with them. And they're
The
laying down
roadblock
the
is
forest, the
relatively
militia shooting at
undefended.
them.
Although the Dishka is now opening up on the apartment building. And the Dishka's going to have a great view of them unless they go all the way to the north here and try to come through the forest.
I'm pretty sure Jack made it very clear that the general is someone you want to capture, not kill. Oh man, who is
It's
the squad down
amazing.
here? It's squad 2 on militia side. It's just
The D goes down.
Rose Dragon. Nade goes out on Afro. Oh, I think the nade goes short though. It hits the tree, bounces back.
Oh, it actually hit him?
Wounds Rose, yeah. Oh, but it gets Afro as well. Oh my gosh.
Rose able to bandage.
So is Afro. Wow, oh my gosh, man. The amount of mishaps this round are just this session, I should say.
U.S. trying to reorganize on the north side to get some sort of attack going. They don't have that many people left.
No, I mean, there's only 4 guys on the south who are alive.
There's 8. There's 8 U.S. on the building, or around the building, rather.
Fall back east. We're gonna disengage.
And the northern element is going to disengage here.
Who killed the computer?
I'm so disappointed that they shot the general. I was really hoping they were able to capture him. 'Cause there's so many cool stuff that was going to happen.
I want to try to put on a really fake German accent and call Clay J up as a cell phone call and be like, "Hello, this is The Hague. We have an appointment for you
Hey, Afro.
in 2 weeks' time to stand trial for war crimes."
Yeah.
Yeah. That definitely needs to happen at this point.
I want to do it, but
Tell me about it.
maybe,
I'm not
maybe
sure
another time.
if we're gonna be doing the 3rd round, just because these rounds have been a little bit longer.
He wants to try to pull back to the east.
So I think we're just gonna be doing the end of this 2nd round, and that'll be it for us.
And we're gonna try to meet up.
But we'll be back tomorrow with part 5, the final part of this campaign.
Down to 4. I've got 5.
We have 3
We're a full
Henneberry.
squad between us.
They still have an MRAP, the U.S. to the north of
Isn't
the
Crows
roadblock.
that are up, I believe.
I'm not sure.
Squad 2 looks like, from the militia side, it looks like they're moving into an area to ambush where they know the contacts are rotating around them. So it's a matter of time for these guys to run into each other now at this point.
It is the Crow's MRAP. And I think it's being soloed by Zentrin. I can't tell if there's a 3rd person in it or not. Or a 2nd person
Every
in it or
single
not.
one of the MRAPs have been soloed so far.
Yeah.
I don't
So-
quite get. The militia are crossing the road, the same road that the U.S. are crossing right now, and they have no idea. They have no idea. This man's also
Yeah,
holding his rifle backwards. You're not supposed to point the barrel at your face, sir. You point it to the enemy.
I think they're once again, U.S. forces are over prioritizing the wrong thing. Instead of moving safely, they're moving fast.
1 and 3, push out to I-675. That is India 675.
And Dorf, now in command of U.S. forces, trying to get a new rallying point for his forces.
It's like the militia's gonna sweep through that valley. Maybe the U.S. will be able to spot them. Yeah, they're both entering the valley at the same time here. Militia are literally walking into the U.S. up on top of them, but there's so much tree coverage on the north side. I don't think they're gonna be able to spot them.
Zentrin's trying to peek up the north side of the north side of the checkpoint area. If he's very careful with how he proceeds here, he may not alert the Dishka that's at the back of the checkpoint compound.
It is a nice thing about the MRAP. It is a very quiet vehicle. I mean, for what it is.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's like an electric vehicle, but it's definitely a lot quieter than the Bradley or a Stryker.
Roger.
Is it diesel powered?
Yeah, I believe so.
This baffles must be amazing.
There's one militia left. Who is this? Lancer. He's behind everyone, and he's getting shot at. The
Militia
one man
forces
left
moved out
behind.
here in the west, or on the east rather. They're going to move north of the U.S. forces in reserve. Grenade goes out, makes someone hurt, and general contacts called for U.S. They're trying to shoot through the trees now.
Dishka now suppressing as well. I think both of them are active. Oh, I think the Dishkas might be shooting at the MRAP. pressing into the tree line, shooting right over friendlies.
I think Dorf just died. Yep. So more command loss for U.S.
Beautiful saw position here by Joker. It's pinning the U.S. down on this rock. They're not going to be able to move off.
Both squad leads are down.
Gotcha. Alright, I guess the only thing we have left to do is attack the roadblock.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and link up the other medic.
And now it seems like most of the U.S. forces are behind the embankment next to the, or behind the embankment and obscured as far as the Dishka is concerned.
Yeah, I'm not even sure where we are kill-wise. We're actually at 22 for the U.S. and 24 for the militia. So it still is a fair game match.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty close, and you know, you still got to count the Crow Humvee, the Crow MRAP for,
yes,
or the Matt B Crow for U.S. as an advantage here, simply because it's mobile compared to the Dishka.
Looks like he's finally getting a gunner as well.
Nope.
So he's not soloing it anymore.
Dishka wants to suppress in a general direction, but he might be firing on friendlies.
Yeah, if it's that northern one, I'm pretty sure he's already been doing that for a little bit now. These Crows might be able to swing the battle their way. I don't know much. Oh, he can see the saw if he pulls forward.
Got no eyes on any enemy guns.
We have eyes on sandbags at the roadblock.
I do see a lot of sandbags.
When you guys get all organized.
Yeah, you could barely see it from here. If you weren't really paying attention at range, you probably wouldn't see the mirror. Oh, no, now it's moving.
Oh yeah, now he's wide out in the open. He can be
But
seen
the
by
saw
everyone.
over here, I think the saw
Oh, you
just
better
saw
see
him.
this Dishka.
Yeah, we have eyes and fortifications.
Oh, he's looking right at the Dishka. Come on. No, don't look away from it. Oh no. Now the Dishka's looking at him.
One dead.
Hey, rest of the team, you guys need to start. You guys are the infantry.
Do we know if they're in the
Wants
house?
to. Oh, the Dishka's firing on. Now, there we go. Now the Crow's got him.
And there goes the Dishka. It popped.
Might be able to see the saw is crawling away. Oh, now you stand up. Maybe.
Squad 3 and Squad 4, do you hear me?
It explodes.
Let's get our kills now. Yeah, we're at 24-24, so it's back to even. This MRAP, I think it might swing it to U.S. side here.
There's too many militia forces off the point to the north here, and some of them are starting to come back down towards the checkpoint. Militia got to do it real fast here. They gotta, sorry, U.S. have to move real fast here. They just gotta move.
Yeah, honestly, they got to use their mobility right now. They have the option to.
The Crow's taking some shots inside the compound. Saw a couple of people clustered up, but wasn't able to get any hits.
He looks like he did get a lat who tried to peek.
They're not gonna be able to MRAP.
Oh, that guy's already dead.
Yeah, he goes the first one that the Crow's
Oh,
actually.
there's actually another line over here. He's loaded for AT, I think.
But that's all we kind of have left for options. So we just need to play really.
U.S. squad 3 and 4, at least the remains of them. There's militia crawling in on top of them.
Alright, the two people down south, the Squad 2, are trying to get the MRAP. I don't think that we're going to be able to get it. So I think it's best if we try to attack as is.
Okay, so some U.S. forces are moving to get the MRAP that's wounded, or that's damaged pretty severely. Yep, I think the Crows just killed another one on the checkpoint.
U.S. forces, they're running right past the militia. Nope. Squad 4 lead, he's going to run right into a militia. He hits the deck, he doesn't go down. There we go, now he goes down.
Guys, close.
I got the U.S. attention. more AK fire going down both sides. Clay J goes down from the checkpoint. Actually, no, from across the way. It was Milkshake who was the saw gunner, is flanking.
Sorry about that.
MRAP in the valley is just gonna move up and jump it. Oh man. You see the MRAP down there.
Yeah, it looks like all the infantry's gonna be joining them. They might just like hot drop them on the compound.
What a jump
quick
this is gonna
scratch
be.
goes down.
Yep, here we go. Here we go.
Saw.
MRAP
Yeah,
is
they're
popping
gonna
up.
go for it.
There is a lat inside this compound here.
If they peek and they get latted.
He has a rocket out. He has his RPG out, I think.
Why would you not? But if they get close enough, fast enough, he's not going to be within arm range. But no, they're coming in from the north side, so he's going to be in arm range. There we go, everyone
What a hot
bails.
drop. Oh, they're on the radio now.
The radio,
radio's
yeah.
in this. Yep, in the Heska compound. Light gunner, maybe he's out of rockets. Because I'm not
Maybe.
sure if that's the butt stock for his AK or what.
No, yeah, he's got his AK.
Okay, so he did.
Oh, an RPG does go out, though. It misses him. And now the Crows is looking. Oh, nails him, man. Coming right down into the valley.
The U.S. forces from the south
seriously
run
close.
all the way across. Wow,
Oh, look
Zentrin
at
actually
the
makes it the
compound,
way.
though. Yeah. Oh my
Here
gosh.
comes the
They got the
reattack.
radio. Mission accomplished now. They just got to survive. Oh, they call out men to their left, and they know that they're there. Afro gets him. RPG goes off. It's a frag round. Doesn't get a single one. And both the militia on the compound are dead now. So now it is just the militia on the outside.
Oh, militia throwing smokes over.
Yeah.
Looks
We
like
got 5 militia, 6 militia. Nope, now we got 5. MRAP drops another one. Oh no. Yeah, no, these guys are already
Oh,
dead as
less
well.
than that.
So there's only
Yeah.
2.
yeah, it's just Lancer and Alpha.
Is the radio gone?
Radio's gone, guys. What do we do now?
Hold this.
Being aggressive is most of the time I find to be a good way to go. If you're smartly aggressive, oh, it works so much.
Alpha getting shot from behind, got sawed down by Silas at range. And now Lancer's the last one in the forest. They don't really have a... US won't have a good idea of where he's coming from until he starts shooting. So it all depends on how close Lancer wants to get. But Silas is watching across. Oh, he's going to set up and try to fire here. I think he's an AR.
Yeah, he is. I mean, the Crows is looking around, or he should be scanning. They have a
Still got
gunner
the
in it,
smoke
so...
between him and them. Well, it kind of sort of does. But the Lancer's crawling around, so it won't be obvious. And here we go. He sets up. He's going to add some fire here, I think. He's probably disappointed it's not the open top that made it to the end.
Yeah. I mean, US played it smart. They pushed the open tops up front. Oh, the Crow sees him and gets him.
And he's down.
Well, that's going to be GG for us. It's the end of part 3. Or, sorry, part 4. So we got a victory on each side, actually. US won 1 and lost 1.
Getting confirmation from them, and that is indeed the last round we're going to play today.
Yep. So tomorrow we will be back with part 3, same time. Sorry, part 5. I'm reading the title. Part 5 we're gonna be back with tomorrow, same exact time. That's our final session of this campaign. If you want to go ahead and make sure you see that, make sure you follow us over at Squad Ops or twitch.tv/Squad Ops, and also you can view all the VODs from previous events. And you can also watch the stream over on YouTube at youtube.com/Squad Ops. If you want to join in on the events, go ahead and sign up at squadops.gg. make an account there, take SOT Basic. You can sign up for any event then. However, this Wednesday is our open op, which means all you have to do is sign up on the website and sign up for Wednesday, and you get into our event.
And before we go, we got both of our commands. We got Jack and Storm. Hey guys, good going today. Round one, what was the major breakdown in your opinion, Jack, for your assault on the militia position?
The terrain, definitely, definitely hard position to attack. You're attacking over rocks, and then there's a 20 to 40 meter gap between that and the ruins. And they had sandbag and razor wire all over, and just some unfortunate decisions made in the north side. I think really led to the downfall, as well as a lack of assets. I think.
Yeah, I mean just the sheer number of people that were getting peppered from the hilltop there on the rock face just was super unfortunate because I thought your plan was brilliant. I think they got a little antsy, to be honest with you.
Yeah, those two squads on the rocks, I mean, they got mowed down before even any of the reinforcements from militia came in. And all they did is just beat
some
their head over.
miscommunication. People weren't listening to the plan, and I heard one guy on militia wiped a full squad of mine or something to the north. That was
Stormfront who wiped the full squad.
Yeah, and
crazy.
Storm, how did it feel to do everything right and be rejected so hard by just fate? There
It
at the end of
happens,
round
you
two.
know. Some people, they get a little excited and decide to shoot people when they see them. So
Yeah,
it
Jack.
happens, you know.
Sorry, yeah, Jack. You told your squad not to shoot the general, right?
About 20 times I told them not to kill him.
Yeah.
Were you alive? Were you alive at that point? I forget if you had gone down already.
I was alive, and then I got GL'd in the back by a friendly, and then I think I got killed by an enemy right before they breached the building.
It was actually kind of brilliant, though.
Yeah, that general was in that building, but he did get killed. Someone walked up and executed him.
Well, it's one of those things we'll never know how that will turn out. Thanks, guys, for coming out and taking your time and helping us, give players a great shot at making a little story time and doing the squad ups. I don't know what to say. I totally screwed that up. But thanks, guys, for coming out and commanding for us today.
Yep, anytime.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, and with that, I think we're done for today.
Yeah, we're out. We'll be back tomorrow, like I said, with part 5, same time.